Buenos damn dias, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And I got to start by giving a shout out to my man Nick in the Army Reserve serving overseas. He was nice enough to send me a PayPal donation, and as I do with every single donation, I sent a thank you email. He told me he was overseas in the Army National Guard, so thanks, man. I appreciate your service. And like I said in the email, man, I've been there. I know what it's like to be overseas, away from family, friends, and things that are familiar. So again, thanks for your service, Nick. I appreciate that, man. And now for our feature presentation. Just when you thought your girl, Loco Cortez, was done, you're wrong. Because her womb, her soap are loaded. Check out my fucking baby, man. So this fucking meathead went down to one of the detention centers. I believe it was in Clint, Texas. And she said she was in there and it was just horrible conditions. She said that one of the detainees told her that the Border Patrol agents were telling her to drink from the toilet. If I had pearls, I would clutch them. What? They told him to drink from the toilet? Well, it doesn't mean you have to do it. But come to find out, they interviewed somebody who was a Border Patrol agent, who's a former head of it, and he was saying, no, AOC, you dumb shit. In places like this and jails, it's kind of one big piece. You got the toilet on the bottom and the sink on the top. And to somebody who's not familiar with this setup, they might take that as drink out of the toilet. Now, what they're trying to do is push that narrative that the Border Patrol are a bunch of racist, evil monsters. But that flies in the face of the fact that more than 60% of Border Patrol agents are, drumroll please, Mexican. I'm not gonna use that stupid term, Hispanic. They're Mexican. So that's just kind of weird. But according to her, and they interviewed her, well, I wouldn't say it's an interview, they caught up to her on her way outside in her SUV as she was about to take off. And before she did, of course, she had to hurl some falsehoods and insults. She was saying this is them on their best behavior. They knew a congressional visit was coming, and this was them on their best behavior. Telling those poor people to drink out of the toilet. Well, let's say all of this is true. Now wait, well, there was a report from the Department of Homeland Security that came out reporting on the conditions at some of these facilities. They're overcrowded. They're overrun. That's no secret. It's not a secret because they've been begging Congress for funds to expand their facilities, to make more room, to accommodate these people better. They've been asking for it. Trump was asking for it. And here's some irony for you. Loco Cortez was one of the Congress people who voted against it. So they're begging for more money to make better conditions for these people. You tell them, no, you can't have the money. And then you come down there and complain about the conditions. How does that even make sense? They want the money, you don't give them the money, and then you complain about the conditions they have, which they could fix if they had more fucking money. So how do you want it, AOC? You can't have your cake and fuck it too. That's how it goes, right? You can't have it both ways here, dummy. So what do you want? Do you want better conditions for these people or not? And really, if we're being completely honest here, it's just me and you here, I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. If the conditions are so bad and you don't like it, take your ass back to your raggedy fucking country and fix it. And you have the president of Honduras coming out saying that it's his country's fault that Oscar and his daughter Valeria died in the Rio Grande. He's saying he should create a better environment in his country to where people leaving and coming here is not an option. You hear the mainstream mediocres telling you about that? Hell no. Damn, somebody hit a skunk. It smells like shit. Anyway, they're not telling you that someone is taking responsibility for this fucking crisis. And here's why I think that everybody except for the children in these facilities or coming across the border are full of shit when they talk about their asylum claims. Because if you really want asylum, you're supposed to stop at the first country you come to. Not the best, the first. So if it's so bad that you pack up your family and your life and risk it all to leave, you stop at the first country you come to, not America. So there's your asylum claim up in fucking smoke. You're full of shit. You don't want asylum, you want assistance. You want that free money. You want better conditions. You can have that. Fix the place you come from. Stop coming up here stealing the American dream from the people that live here rightfully. They're all full of shit. And if you thought the ignorance was just concentrated in Texas, wrong. You got that dumb bitch down in Florida, Frederica Wilson, who looks like a pimp who's going to the Kentucky Derby. Why is there not a dress code? That bitch looks ridiculous with them big ass hats. You are not going to Easter service, change your fucking clothes, and dress like a professional. You look like fucking Antonio Fargas. But this fucking meathead. Now, apparently, there's this Facebook group who clowns and talks shit about Congress. More specifically, AOC. I'm not sure if they even make fun of Frederica Wilson, but definitely AOC. They're posting all these pictures. I guess there was a picture of AOC blowing some immigrant. Just whatever. It's called the internet, stupid. But they're clowning on her, talking shit. Some of the members of this group are Border Patrol agents. Are they not allowed to be on the internet in their off time? But she's saying that these people who are making fun of congressmen and women are a disgrace. And they should be prosecuted. Prosecuted! She said, we're going to team up with the people to shut them down, or who can shut them down, and we're going to shut them down. What's that? You hear that? I think that's fascism calling you. Yeah, that's fascism. You going to shut people down who speak against the government? They should be prosecuted for the sin of speaking against their elected officials? Oh, how dare we? How dare we do that? How dare we speak against the throne? Bitch, fuck you. I know it doesn't seem like it sometimes, but this is still America, and you can still talk shit about whoever you want. That's an elected official getting on TV behind microphones telling us that we should be prosecuted for talking shit about them. Well, if you've learned nothing, Frederica, you're only going to make it worse. When someone is teasing you and you react to it and cry and scream and act like a bitch, it's only going to make it worse. It's called the internet. People do that on the internet. They talk shit and make fun of people. Welcome to the club. Like, so fucking what? Why do you even care? If you don't like it, you don't like what they're saying, don't fucking look at it. But she's against, we need to close the camps. Did you see them stupid ass protests yesterday? Close the camps. Close the camps. Well, my question is, where the fuck were you in 2014 when the camps were open? Yeah, the exalted one, Obama started this shit. Where were your bullshit protests then? Where were your bullshit hashtags then? Where was your bullshit fake outrage then? It's been going on for 5 years. Where the fuck were you? All you fake ass people sharing these hashtags. Oh, close the facilities, close the camps. Why are you calling them camps? Oh, you've been listening to fucking Loco Cortez, huh? Calling them concentration camps. Do some fucking research, you blind sheeple piece of shit. There's no concentration camps there. Where? Because they're overcrowded and laying on the floor? Well, excuse the shit out of me. That's a concentration camp? That concentration camp don't look too bad compared to some of the other ones I've seen, to some of the real ones. And I hope word gets back to these fucking caravans that the conditions are so bad that you guys don't want to come here. I guarantee you that toilet water is better than the water that comes out of your fucking sink. And whatever third world shithole you come from. If they're so bad, don't come. And there's a picture that Loco Cortez fucking posted of this little packet of shampoo. She said one of the women in there slipped it to her. They're passing kites now. But it's this little clear package. And they said, they give these to us to clean our entire body. And so what, bitch? You got some free soap. Good for you. I don't care if they don't, you don't have enough soap to wash your body. Take your ass back home to your house. You can wash your body all you want. You can wash your body till you pass out. Don't come up here illegally and then complain about the conditions. Then fucking go home. As long as these people aren't being abused, nobody deserves to be abused or tortured. But if the conditions aren't up to your fucking Radisson 5-star fucking standards, I don't know what to tell you. Then take your punk ass back home. This is fucking ridiculous. Close the camps. Close your mouth, you idiot. They told him to drink from the toilet. I wish they would have made you drink from the toilet. Right after lunchtime. I wish about 1:30 they made you drink from the toilet. Fucking idiots. People are believing this shit. This might actually gain some steam to close these facilities. To be honest, I wish we didn't have a reason for these facilities. I wish they could close them. I wish they close the doors, pack all those people up, and send them right back where they came from. That would be beautiful. But these fake-ass clowns, these hypocrites, are getting up there talking shit about these conditions, and it's been like that for 5 years. Where were you? Man, let me get up out of here and hop in this rat race. But I got a short week, people. You know what tomorrow is. I'm going to be grilling and chilling. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, utilize the PayPal link. Make sure you click on that Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.